She had something going on. I call the meeting to order. Lynn, you have a roll call?
Mayor Crane,
Here.
Councilmember Copenhaver,
Here.
Holzer,
Here.
Smith,
Here.
Randall,
Here.
and Attorney Powell.
Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes? Stand approved. Taylor's been working with annexation and he is wanting to engage a firm. What's the name of it? Taylor, is it BB&C
There's, yeah, out of Lafayette.
out of Lafayette, Aaron Spalarich, to help him with the annexation of the south of town.
About Stringtown Road.
Yeah. Stringtown Road. The cemetery.
Is BBMC Benning and Clary by chance?
Say that again.
I know the people within it. I don't know the firm. I can't remember the firm name.
But it's a law firm.
Yeah, in Lafayette.
Okay.
What
They have an
would
office
you say?
here also.
Benning and Clary.
That's probably right. Aaron Spalarich is the attorney. Bennett, Benning, and Clary.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Fees are based upon the work performed. They work for $2.50 an hour, which is pretty. Paralegals and staff is $125, which is pretty reasonable for that type of work. I talked to one firm out of Indianapolis, and theirs was $650 an hour. How much time do you think they'd have in it, Taylor?
Depending, it depends on how many parcels, how many landowners you have. But I would guess probably 10 to 15,000 would be the top of what I would expect.
There's probably I'm gonna say 8 to 10 landowners.
And then obviously the lower side of under all of that, if it's a super voluntary or a total voluntary.
Mm-hmm.
So you needing a motion to engage them.
Yes.
So move.
Yes. I know a few years ago, when they talked about taking water and sewer out there, it was gonna be over $1 million. Nobody wanted to do it and all. Right now, the city has about 63,000 in it. We can't anticipate the city spending any more than the annexation. So it's, since it all will be private investment from here on. So I talked to Greg Shelton. He's interested in services and being put in. The marathon station, Scott's talked to them. They're interested. Community Foundation, whether I overpass or anybody else, I don't know. Chelsea's interested in building an office out there. Have 70 home sites. Would be paying water, sewer, and electric. So the Mount Hope Cemetery, they don't pay any taxes, but they would like to be in. So it would be a good thing for us to be able to take over the Stringtown Road out to the interstate. Since it's pretty new right now, it would be good for us. And we put a line down the center and make it safer.
How far south will that go?
To the interstate.
To the interstate.
Okay.
How far off of Stringtown would it go back? Just based on those frontage lots?
I would probably go back to the golf course, to the west. And east, it would go to Shelton's anyway. Probably no farther than that, than the cemetery. Would you think, Scott?
I think eventually you may take those houses in on the golf course, because the sewers, the septic's out there on, that sand's not breaking. It's just a matter of time before they probably start having issues with one to hook up.
Right.
Yes,
So we're talking about still building in behind the cemetery, is that right?
yes,
And roughly how many houses?
70. And our water's okay, Bart.
And what we have in wastewater will handle that as well.
Yes, this upgrade we did, Greg, you can answer that.
Would that possibly max it out then?
No.
Still way under our design
Yeah.
capacity now.
Yeah. I think our design capacity is 450.
Usually under 200-ish.
Yeah.
So less than half, 50%.
Yeah. Chad, do you have anything else?
No.
Paul?
So right now, we're just in the beginning talks of annexing it. Is that what this is? We're not saying we're definitely doing it.
I think we need to definitely do it, but I mean, there's no doubt if we're going to grow, that's the only way we're going to grow.
What has been the pushback?
In the past,
Yes.
nobody wanted to spend the $1 million plus to get the utilities out there.
Okay, but we are already set up to go. We have the infrastructure to do it already.
We're putting it in.
But I mean, like what we already have, the
Water-
existing to
water-
connect.
Yeah.
We're not gonna be over capacity or anything like that, you said. So that would be one of my concerns, to make sure that we
Yeah.
are good to go. And then, feedback to go ahead and do it? How has that been
As far as,
to annex it? Have we had any public comment on it as to what their thoughts?
no,
the
not
public?
really.
That would probably come off of the attorney's office contacting
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah, it would come off.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah,
Okay,
any contact. I don't think forced annexation is good.
no,
I wouldn't want to force, somebody across the road down there, say Larry Schrock that lives out there. I wouldn't want to force him to be annexed in.
but he's right there in the line.
Well, he's across the road.
Okay,
Yeah.
So what you're saying is this like the first stage of where we're moving forward?
Yeah.
We need to
Yeah.
do
Allows for development. That allows for development.
back and see where we're at.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'd be petition, there would be a hearing or more. Yes, there would be additional steps that come from that office.
okay, so you need a second to Brad's motion.
I do.
I make a second.
Okay. Randy?
Yes.
Brad?
Yes.
Chad?
Yes.
Paul?
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0 to engage Aaron Spilarich of BB&C. Casey, do you want to bring that up?
I have
Uh,
tap fees,
yes.
yes. I think we need to update our tap fees for new builds for water and sewer. We have the quotes, it's just basically you have a 3/4 tap or 1-inch tap, with a 3/4 meter set or 1-inch meter set. These are just what it costs, just the materials to do them. Right now, we're at $400 for a tap fee. So we're a little light, but I'd like to move the 3/4 taps to 800 and the 1-inch taps to 1,200. And then $800 across the board for sewer taps. That's
What was that?
800 for a sewer tap for when we do them, as far as the city street department, water department.
Well, I just saw something here, Petersburg, if you want to compare a little bit, minimum $750 tap fee for, some additional cost, asphalt patch, concrete, curb, sidewalk replacement is extra. The minimum on the sewer is $750 each. Overhead service, and this is for Petersburg. Overhead service is free underground, $350 plus $2.50 a foot for anything over 100 foot. So that's about as close. And I just got this just like a week ago. I didn't know we were talking about. And it's important to be able to cover our costs, that's for sure. And there was one in here from a small town. Theirs is 5,000.
$5,000.
And then the total, of course, if approved by the engineers, it's 5,300 for tap fees. That's all they gave. They didn't say what specific thing it was. It's just, that's it, $5,000, So it sounds like,
Last year we did 2 waters, so it's not like it's a big deal.
Yeah.
So
and
it's
Will,
new.
with the Shiloh and some of the others that's
We-
going in.
We
you
did,
guys-
we
We
did all
we
ours.
didn't touch them.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't
Yeah.
question that,
Oh,
Brad.
no,
It wasn't my question.
no.
But, it sounds like we need
Yeah.
to update them.
Oh, I think so.
I know you're
Yeah,
going to put a lot of houses out there. I know
Yeah.
Rackless is getting some houses. I don't know what the property is going to be out there on those 30 some acres, but
yeah,
70.
70
lots.
so 70 lots. So,
Did you say 3/4, 800, 1-inch, 12? Is that what you said?
Yes, 3/4, 8.
And wastewater,
1-inch.
800 across the board?
Last year, besides replacements that are new tap fees.
And these quotes that are in front of us, this would really cover both water and sewer, would it
No,
not?
that's just water.
That's just water.
Three-quarter.
So what you're even suggesting comes in 2/3 the rate of what it would take us in material. Right?
Mine is the meter, and it's $412, so take that off, and we're about even. Minus labor. I just think it's more than $400.
I agree with that, no question.
Petersburg was on the electric, Randy.
For each 750. But then there was some additional cost. For like,
750 on,
water.
3/4 inch.
Well, it doesn't say
On
that.
They don't
water.
differentiate.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of the exchange of those emails, and usually there isn't a differentiation between 3/4 and 1 inch.
Yeah.
Usually so much for water, so much for sewer.
Yeah.
What's the most common then?
3/4.
3/4.
Yeah.
But the 1-inch meters is just double the price, so the valve. That's the problem. The saddle's not a big deal, it's just.
Yeah, typically a $1,500 for each fee is not uncommon.
What'd you say their electric was though, Randy?
It varied depending on if it was.
Yeah, it was
underground or
750.
overhead, didn't it?
Overhead was free. Underground was 350. So you're looking at what?
Underground was 350.
Yeah,
Up to 100 feet.
plus up to 100 feet, and it's $2.50 over. And I suppose that's up to date. I suppose I just got it, so should be.
Hadn't even seen that one.
And all that's on the listserv, isn't it?
Mhm.
From AIM.
Mhm.
Okay. Does anybody want to make that motion?
What is the actual numbers again?
800 on a 3/4 water tap, 1,200 on a 1 inch, and sewer taps, 800 on sewer taps.
Okay. Do you usually, is there anything you go in, is it uncommon to do more than 100 feet for sewer? Or, because, I mean, theirs was 350 extra. Or was that for,
That was
that's electric,
That's
never
electric
mind.
underground.
Never mind, 250 for everything. Yes, sorry, I stand corrected.
And they don't go all the way to the residence.
Wow.
See, normally,
Pretty much, unless you
but
have.
normally you're making a sewer tap. You're not running it.
No, we tap with
He's
property
just
line.
tapping it and running it to the property line.
Gotcha.
And then they take it. So the sewer, that's what the sewer would be, and that's what the water would be.
Gotcha. Call me for any plumbing, okay? So do we already have a motion on that?
We don't.
I'll make that motion.
Have a second.
I'll second it.
Have a motion and a second. Paula,
Yes.
Chad,
Yes.
Brad,
Yes.
Randy?
Yeah.
Motion passes 4-0.
The ordinance will
On
be
the-
ready for the January meeting. It'll have to be signed off and written ordinance form.
You got all that, Taylor?
Yeah.
Okay. Greg, what you got for us?
Just dealing with the cold weather. I do have, I did get a hold of Patterson Ford. We got a couple of the issues they need to come back and look at. Maybe do a little work paperwork yet, but all be under the warranty and everything. So,
Okay,
they've got to get back with me. It's like 4 or 5 things that need looked at, but aren't quite right.
okay. You did contact them.
I already have.
Okay,
We're gonna
okay,
reply. That's about it.
okay. Sounds good. Casey?
Besides the meter taps, I didn't know if we ever came to a decision about the overtime for the electric phone holding as far as start of the first of the year.
Action has not been taken. But it, in my opinion, it needs to. It was passed that way originally based on the fact that we were looking for a supervisor, and that has since changed. My recommendation is, as of 1st of January, is that Casey be the one responsible for the calls.
What I
And I would make that motion accordingly.
From what I understood, it never was voted on. That's what I understood. It was just a mutual agreement between
It wasn't.
mayor and.
That's all it was, wasn't
It
it?
was agreement upon the hiring of a superintendent, which we're not going to do.
Yeah,
Which that never
and
happened.
there's no, I mean, they have Dwayne Richardson, that we pay, that taught them all and has worked for Crawfordsville. And if they have any problem at all with anything, he'll come over. He works part-time.
And the issue's never been
That,
them going out on a call. The only question is carrying the phone.
right. And it costs us $12,000 a year.
And I think that needs to stop
And-
because it was only designed to be temporary in the first place.
So should it, my question is, do we even need a?
Do we need a motion?
I think to do away with it, you do, because in the minutes it said until a superintendent was hired. This way it just makes it factual. You're making a motion that we're going to do away with it January 1st
Makes sense.
and transfer calls Monday through Thursday to
And they're
Casey.
plenty capable of doing the work. They're doing a good
Oh,
job.
has that-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
right.
That's not even,
I mean, about not hiring a superintendent. now.
oh, yeah.
Mhm.
We don't need to
Yeah.
because of the quality. of the
Yeah.
work. That's right.
Yeah, because they're doing a good job and
I second Brad's motion.
okay. Randy,
Yes.
Brad,
Yes.
Chad,
Yes.
Paula,
Yes.
motion passes 4-0. Do you have anything else, Casey?
No.
Bart?
Not much, just finishing out the year, working on a few projects, we're trying to get finished up and stuff. Still been looking at tankers. We have, every time we find one, that it gets sold, so they're still running about that. Everything we found so far is running about that 270 to
Yeah.
300, and that's used. So,
Yeah.
Good truck, so we're still hoping next year we can get a new tanker.
Okay,
And we've located 2 of them, so they move fast. That's something
Yeah.
about it. We're about to really kind of have everything ready to go if we
okay.
want to move forward with that.
Maybe by next year we'll be ready to. Is that all you had? Okay, thank you. Shannon?
I had nothing other than our vehicles down at JTN getting outfitted. For the next couple of weeks, we'll have it back. Ready.
Okay, that's good. Looks good. Looked good before you sent it. Anyway,
It was clean.
yeah. Yeah. Okay, Randy?
I don't have anything.
Brad?
My only question would be regarding the insurance, which we discussed. And it's difficult for me to do that because I don't want to create a conflict. But what Angle is offering, including the amount for the vision would be coming in right at about 203 versus what we're currently been looking at a renewal at 250. The deductible for family actually even lowers. In this currently, family deductible is 1,500 and it would go to 1,000. But any action that would be taken, I think Brad needs to make sure to double check and talk to AIM and be sure that it doesn't raise an issue
Yeah.
with a conflict for me being the agent. If that's the case, I know I can't take action here. We want to make sure there no other conflict
Yep.
exists from that standpoint. But network, which is pretty strong, to have found anybody in the area that's not in network, and looking at about every location I can even think of. And I gave Brad
Okay.
the
I have-
website
Yes, I have that.
as well. The coverage still looks to be extremely strong. It does get more expensive out of network, but again, like I said, locally, I don't see anybody that's not in network. And any current existing conditions would come over with the group to the new carrier. So anybody currently dealing with an issue would not become a problem with the change.
Okay.
When you start talking about 20%, I think we're silly not to look at it.
Yep. I'll talk with AIM with their attorney.
My concerns are the same. If we change, there hasn't been any complaints, there hasn't been anything wrong with our current insurance other than maybe the cost that it costs the taxpayers, which I understand that, but I don't want to shortchange our employees either. If we change and it's not the same, they don't have the same care, and then there's other fees that come with it, as a lot of times insurance does. So until I can verify that information, I'm not going to be for a change.
There is, and I don't know all the detail of the current plan, but there is some co-pays, but most of it falls within the same 80-20 split that you would normally do after deductibles. And like I said, the family deductible is actually even $500 less, which would more than compensate for a few co-pays.
As long as we're comparing apples to apples.
Well, it's not excluding anything, so I'm not sure. I mean, it's still major medical. It's still going to see your doctor. It's still care in the. It's still pretty extensive. I don't know where it would be not inclusive.
If I could speak up for my employees, they don't want them because they have concerns about their supplies. And then there's no guarantees the next year's rate's not going up.
True. But that's not to
that
say
could
we
be-
can't
that
shop
could
it
be
again then
anywhere.
too.
But I just, like bringing a whole city in and they, I hate to say it, but they can fish you in with this low rate and then bombard everything up. I just know that my employees have spoken that they would, if they had a word, and if you want to bring them all in, we can gather every employee from the city and get their consensus and let them talk to you guys. But on behalf of my department, they love where they're at. They like when we don't use our insurance, they actually give us check money back. And they're happy with their doctors and everything right now. And a lot of them are actually worried I know you said you looked and see if people are local, but I don't know local. I don't know who their doctors are. They allowed to continue with their doctors, same doctors or not. So that's a big stress on them. And then doing the reapplication of everybody going in for the next year too. So like I said, on behalf of my department would like to stay where we're at. That's just fine. But if you would like to bring all the city in and let everybody talk, I think might be a smart move to do. And I don't have it, so it doesn't affect me, but I know the stress of it. So
To answer your question about providers, I looked regarding Williamsport is in, North Clinic's in, Hospitals in, Crawfordsville's in, Cayuga's in, Clinton's in, Terre Haute's in. I think both hospitals in Lafayette are in. I didn't go searching. Oh, Danville's in.
I'm just.
Carl's not, but Carl's never has been for either of any of these plans. So,
That's just.
and they may end up being in because Carl's still making changes as to who they're going to accept. So,
I'll make that call tomorrow and find. Do you have anything else, Brad?
no.
Chad? No. Paula?
Not tonight.
Okay. Keith? Chelsea? Scott? Marlia? Holly? Meeting's adjourned.
Everybody's so shy. It's so funny.
I know.
Well, you know, nothing.